up? It is Bones, and in this one, we're gonna do the top 10 kills from the Friday the 13th series. Now, of course, this is my personal list. Everybody's list will be different. I have many reasons for why I chose the ones I did. Of course, there is some honorable mentions like Alice killing Mrs. Voorhees in part 1. That's a real shocker, especially if you've never seen it. It just comes out of the blue and it's like a real brutal decapitation. And the way they had like the hands reaching for, like if her head was there, oh, it's pretty brutal. And of course, Mrs. Voorhees' head goes on to play a part in the whole series. But there's tons of other ones. Some that come to mind, of course, is the Kevin Bacon kill and the girl in part 6 that he like pushes her head through the RV. That's pretty crazy too. But this is my list, so let's get into it. Now, coming in at number 10, it is Friday the 13th part 7, The New Blood. And this one I chose more. It's a pretty fun kill, but it's like a Kane Hodder signature kill. And that's where he grabs the girl in her sleeping bag out of the tent, and then he whacks her against the tree and she dies. Now, there is an uncut version of this, which was like 2 different takes, and that is where Kane just got the bag and like just repeatedly beat it against the tree until like blood started coming out of it, which that's another way you could go. But of course, the director John Carl Buechler decided that the one shot, one kill was the best way to go. So pretty awesome kill, pretty memorable, and like I said, it is a signature kill for Kane Hodder's Jason. Now, coming in at number 9 is Friday the 13th part 5, A New Beginning. And although this is not a Jason kill, it's a Roy kill. The reason I put it on the list is because when I was a kid, me and my neighbor, he had this on VHS, and we would just watch it over and over and over. I can't even tell you how many times we watched it. And this kill just always stuck to me like really painful. Like the guy, like he really looks in pain, and his agonizing screams like just always haunted me. You know, once I left my friend's house and I would go home, I would be like terrified. And it's just a really horrible, horrendous death. Your head getting squeezed with that leather strap while that garrote is twisted. It's just until it snaps. It's just a really sick death, and that's number 9 on my list. Now, coming in at number 8 comes from Friday the 13th part 6, Jason Lives, and it is the triple decapitation. Now, this is kind of weird because it is like a daylight kill, and it's where those people are playing paintball wars, and it's like lighthearted, the talk, and you like really get invested into the characters, that they're like, they work for a company and they're out there playing in the woods, and these guys are angry because they already got taken out and it was a girl that did it, and all of a sudden, bam, out of the blue, Jason comes in with a machete and pretty much does the swiftest kill I've seen in a while. Of course, there's a little extra where that guy tries to shoot him with the paint gun, and that nerdy guy, he runs off into the woods. Now, this I put on the list because even though it's like pretty cool and a lot of up points, it's also like a dream of mine to get a triple decapitation in there. Now, I don't know if it'll be zombies or vampires or looters, but one day, hopefully, I'll be able to get my triple decapitation in there. Now, coming in at number 7 is from Friday the 13th, the remake. And this kill I picked more because of the style. Like, I really love Derek Mears' Jason. He's pretty awesome. pretty intimidating. But when he comes running after that guy, and then he like just chucks that axe, and the way it like whips, and then he gets him, I could just watch that over and over again. Of course, I have the shirt to commemorate that awesome kill, and I could just watch it over and over again. I mean, it's just that I love that kill. Like on style points, it's a 10 for me. He does eventually like finish off the job by like turning him over and pushing him down on the axe, which was pretty crazy. But that is my number 7. Now number 6 comes from Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter. And of course, I have a special reason of putting this one in, is because once again, as a kid, this kill really like sunk into me and like just put a shiver down my spine. And that is Rob's kill in the basement, and he yells at Trish, you know, like, oh, he's killing me, he's killing me. And that just always like, oh, like really creeped me out. Like, he knows he's dying, he knows he's dead meat, and he can't do anything about it. And Jason pretty much rips him up with that garden, that little garden claw. Pretty horrible death. And to know you're about to meet your maker, it's pretty bad. Really stuck with me for a long time when I saw it as a kid. So that's my number 6 kill. Now we're halfway there. Coming in at number 5 is Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. And of course it is the KO kill. And that is where, this is one that's like a lot of people's favorite. And that is where Julius is like punching him on the rooftop. And he just punches him for like a solid 5 minutes until he like loses all his stamina. His knuckles are all bloodied up. He even swings a couple times and he doesn't even make a connection. So you know he's like done. And pretty much he sticks his head up and says, you know, take your best shot. And then of course Jason grabs him and boom, knocks his head right off. And then you get that decapicam shot of like the head spinning, and then it falls right into the trash can. 100 points, Jason. Vicious uppercut kill in Friday the 13th Part 8. Now my number 4 kill is another one from my childhood. And of course, Friday the 13th Part 3 is one of my favorite parts of the series. And when I was a kid, this is the one that always got me, and actually got a lot of people that I knew that saw it. They would be like, oh, that was horrible. And of course, that is the handstand kill by Jason with the machete to Andy when he's being a clown and walking around the cabin in a handstand. And I mean, this kill's pretty painful looking, and the way they shot it, pretty realistic. And even afterwards, when Debbie ends up like the blood falls on, and then she like looks up, and Andy's up there in the rafters, and it just horrible. And then she gets killed, which is another like devastating kill, because I think she was pregnant, and then the actress's face, it was just a whole horrible sequence of events. But that always stuck with me as a kid, so that's my number 4. At number 3 we have Friday the 13th Part 2, and this is one of the more like kills where you could see Jason has like no remorse. He's pretty much like he does not discriminate against who he kills. And of course it's what's his name, I think when he kills Mark with that horrible machete shot to the face, it's pretty disturbing. He like rolls back perfectly, goes down the stairs all the way down, and then that ending shot where it like stops and then it turns white. When I was a kid, I was like really really bad news, and left a unsettling feeling in my gut, you know. And actually, with the new release from Scream Factory, they do show like a little bit more of the kill, and they show like a really good shot of when the machete hits his face, where I think you could kind of see his eye blink and the machete's already in his face, and then he like rolls back, and then you could see where they actually like started the footage. But that little part before, just it makes it even more brutal. Like if they could have spliced that into the film, oh man, that's it's really really horrible. So that's my number 3. Now my number 2, going back to Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter, is another one that stuck with me for a long time, and that is when he kills the guy in the shower. Basically like shoves his hand in there and then like just starts crunching his face against, like push him up against the shower, and like the blood and the crunching noises, and the poor guy. I mean, he was a good-looking guy, and for Jason just to go in there and kill him with his bare hands, it was pretty sick. And that's not it. Of course, the girl comes in and she sees him like his head hanging like down on the broken shower door, and then still later when Trish comes in, she sees him like nailed up with like a railroad spike, like nailed up to the wall. I mean, this guy, Jason just went to town on him. So pretty horrific memories, pretty devastating, brutal kill, and that's my number 2. Now finally we've reached my numero uno, and that goes back to Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. And this is one that it's just the way it's shot, the way they did the stunt and the kill, the noise, the sound effects that they put, plus needless to say, it was like a strong character in the movie. And that is when Jason breaks the back of the sheriff. I mean, he's trying to save his daughter, or like to protect his daughter, and he like gets Jason down and like beats him and stuff. Oh man, when Jason like reaches up and just like cracks his back backwards. Oh man, it's just, it looks painful, it looks brutal, it looks horrible, and it's pretty bad. So that's has to be one of it's up there's my number 1 kill on the list. It's pretty bad. It's sickly. I do like watching it over and over again. I do not know why, but it's pretty bad. If you ever check it out, turn up the sound on your TV and just let it sink in. So anyways guys, that's my top 10 kills for me in Friday the 13th series. Hope everybody's having a good Halloween out there. Couple of days left till Halloween. Let's try and have some fun, but stay safe out there, and we'll see you on the next one.